Welcome, race fans, to Charlotte tonight. Our heads are hung low tonight. We've lost another comrade in the broadcasting business, Steve Burns. Man, he will be truly missed. But the big news this past week here has been the loss of one of our fellow iRacers here that raced in our league. A longtime friend, a longtime racer. Was one of the very first members here at Maximum Speed Racing, Christopher Perryman. Like I said, our hearts are hung really low about all this here, man. It's been a hard pill to swallow this week, and we just don't know what to think about the whole situation there. But life goes on, and not to say we want to go on without him, because we don't. But it's really tough thing to deal with. So think about him in your prayers. Christopher Perryman and Steve Burns passed away this afternoon, actually. Christopher Perryman passed away a week ago yesterday, last Monday, the 13th. And we didn't really find out about it till later on in the week. So, but anyhow, keep him in your prayers. Thanks for joining us here on MaxSpeedTV. And we will be doing a special dedication in this race to Christopher Perryman and Steve Burns. And what we're going to do is we're going to do a little something that we've never tried here at Maximum Speed Racing. But other leagues have done it, and not to copy them, but we kind of wanted to follow suit with it. It is a pretty cool thing. We'll tribute the race to them by the number 41 car driven by Tommy Lee will lead them around to start the race. We were on the first 2 laps of the race, not under caution, but he will lead them around to get the race started, and it will be a moment of silence. The first 2 laps of the race will be a moment of silence. So bear with us on that, folks. Like I said, first time we've tried this, and we're really trying to work at it. So. Okay, Tommy, I will, let me see if I can find you. Tommy Lee going to be driving his paint scheme here tonight, the number 41. One of the last paint schemes that Christopher drove here. And Tommy Lee's going to be driving it here just to kind of show it off. I'm going to update Trading Paints to make sure that it is the correct paint. Just want to make sure. There we go. The Jimmy John Chevrolet, which was one of the last paint schemes that Christopher drove here. He will be an honorary member in our league forever. He will not be removed from the league at all. I've talked that over with Ed, and he will just remain in there, and that number will become his forever, never to be taken away from Christopher. So. Again, thanks to Tommy Lee for running that, and he will be parading the race around here at the start. So we've got, let's see, I'm trying to figure out here how much time we've got left here before. Bear with me a minute. How much more time we got before qualifying here, and let's see where some of these guys. We got about 16 minutes. I went live a little early just so we could cover some of the stuff that we will be doing here tonight. So Tommy Lee he's yet to turn a complete lap. We got a few cars out here running the Cancer Sucks for Lee Bedzel's daughter, Sherelle. She will be watching, I'm sure, tonight. As I talked to Lee a little bit ago, but some of the other viewers, Cameron, Diane, Sharon, Leanna, Dylan, Pat, Logan, Dan, Steve Hurst, usually in chat. He is on his way back to Pennsylvania, leaving Florida and flew back to Philadelphia, Pennsylvania today, and probably should be home about right now, but I'm sure he's got lots to do, unpacking and everything, so we wished him a safe trip this morning as he was heading out. But I believe it was about 10 o'clock Eastern he headed out, and they were due to arrive, I believe, in Philadelphia at about 5:30 Eastern time this afternoon. Rush what? Rush not even on the track. How come Rush isn't on the track? Rush needs lots of practice. He's just sitting on pit road. Like I said to everybody, quite a few of the guys out here running the Cancer Sucks car tonight. There goes Rush off pit road now. And he's driving the Cancer Sucks car with Sherelle's picture on it. We're wishing her the best of luck in her fight against cancer. All our thoughts and prayers are with her. We don't want to lose any of our family members, and we consider her part of our family here at Maximum Speed Racing. So, very sweet lady, and she's got a long life ahead of her. She's just got to fight this, and you know, cancer really does suck. You can check out, hey Sherelle, you can check out their Facebook page at facebook.com/cancersucks. They do have their own Facebook page. They do help out cancer victims, or I don't know if you call them victims or patients, I guess. Been one myself, a cancer patient, and you know, things have come a long way since I've had mine. So again, like I said, Sherelle, you know, look for a second opinion. Get somebody else to kind of weigh in on that, and you know, sometimes there's things that some doctors see that other doctors don't. So maybe that would be a help to you. I don't know. But I'm really glad to see you in there watching. And keep your head up, girl, because we are praying for you. Keep a positive attitude is the best way to fight anything like that. You know, we lost Steve Burns today to cancer, and you know, that hurts all of us. And yes, sir, or ma'am. Look, yes, ma'am. We'll get down there a little closer. There you go. Picture of Sherelle on the hood. Pretty lady fighting cancer. You're gonna beat it. I just know. I think, well, let's see. I know Lee Bedzel's running it. He's running the same paint scheme. That is Lee's daughter, for those of you that don't know. You got grounded, James. Uh-oh. That's not good. Never good to get grounded. There we go, the 18 also running it. Lee Ridge running the Cancer Sucks car tonight. So we've got quite a few people out here running this for you there. And I'll tell you what, they all mean it when they say, you know, you are part of our family, Sherelle. We love you and we're wishing you the best. And you got to keep us up to date, girl, because we want to know, you know, we want to know when you beat it. Because you're going to beat it. All right, about 11 minutes away from the green flag. Well, or since until qualifying, excuse me. Oh, well, that's nice, James. If I'd have known that earlier, I could have paid for it, you know. Check with me after the race, and I'll help you out. What I do this stuff for? I do it for you guys, you know. Dang. Yeah, just keep us informed, Sherelle. We want to know. Well, I was trying some new stuff out, and I like what it's doing. The frames are better, but when I change to another one, the frames kind of really drop out. So anyhow, I've got to work on that. I got to get that set up a little more. So we're going to run full screen tonight. Hopefully enjoy that. That'll be pretty awesome. 1080p, 60 frames a second. Pretty cool. The heck, Tommy Lee, the only one out there on the track? And he's the only one not racing. He's the only one on the track. Wow. Wow, I don't believe it. $150 laps are going to be turning here tonight, folks. So well, it should be fun, interesting. The B cars, and I'm telling you, this setup is really not that great. A lot of guys were complaining about the setup, so oh boy, I don't know. Hopefully we don't see a lot of cautions. Looks like we're going to have a pretty good sized field. Well, being I don't have this set up, we'll have to check it the old-fashioned way here. We got about 7.5 minutes until qualifying. Yes, sir. Drew Pfaffman, one of our newest members in the league, out there turning some laps. Yeah, I'm not sure if Tommy Lee's still out on the track. Let's see if he's still out there. No, he's just now coming off a pit road. I know it might be a little choppy right now. Just give me some time here. I'm trying to work on some new settings and stuff, which they have really made it a whole lot better. This is what we'll be using tonight. This is a whole lot better, smoother, hopefully a lot better for you to watch. How's that look, James? That look pretty good, pretty smooth. We came across some new settings today and man, made a big difference. Hey, Mr. Smallwood. Yes, big shout out to Mr. and Mrs. Smallwood out there watching Daniel try to bring it to victory lane tonight. Sean Butler serving a penalty here for a couple of races, and that could make the rest of the field a little hungry to get a win, because Sean Butler's been out here just kicking everybody's butt here lately. So, it gives everybody else a chance to maybe get some victories in. So, whoops, uh-oh. What happened? Whoopsie. I meant to go to another car. I hit the wrong key. My bad. There you go. There you go, Tommy. Yep, he will be missed a lot, man. I'm telling you what. These guys love the heck out of Christopher Perryman. He's one of the best guys out there that you could ever possibly want to race around. He is just awesome. He was awesome. We lost him a week ago yesterday, and kind of suddenly. Hey, Scott.
Hey, Rudy. How you doing tonight, buddy?
All right. Were you racing?
No, I'm just out here on the track, just messing around.
Oh, I thought you were racing tonight.
No, sir. Unfortunately, I got a suspension for 2 weeks.
Oh, okay.
Due to that little aftermath at, where was that, Las Vegas and the trucks Thursday night?
Okay.
I was guilty.
Setting up a car, race together a lot. Oh yeah, James. Yeah, definitely. Christopher, I'll tell you, he knew his stuff when it come to a car. He was good at setting them up. He's going to be missed big time, I'm telling you.
Yeah, it's a shame about Christopher Perryman.
Yeah, such a good guy, and just 29 years old. Way too young, folks. Way too young. I did put up the, you can see in tonight's race in remembrance of Christopher Perryman and Steve Burns. So.
Very cool.
So you're going to help me?
Yes, sir. That's why I'm here.
Yeah, I thought John Mushton was going to be here, but I guess not. So.
Ed's going to be in the admin booth, so thought I'd come down here and help you out, buddy.
Well, there you go.
Figured you could use a hand.
Yes, sir. Always. Well, I heard a lot of complaints about the setup out there. What's it feel like to you, Scott?
Had to make some adjustments to it. Otherwise, it's garbage straight out of the box. And everybody pretty much had to make adjustments to it. Had to put a lot of negative offset in it, and had to crank the steering up to 16.
I want
Then it'll
to.
turn.
Let me see how much. We've only got a few seconds left. I was going to say do a ride along with you, but we should have did that earlier.
Yeah, hopefully everybody put some offset in it, change the steering, because if they just try to run it straight out of the box, you're gonna see a lot of cautions.
Yeah. Well, we're about to
head. It snaps loose.
We're about to head to qualifying, so I'm going to mute you real quick here, Scott, and we'll be back in just a couple minutes.
10-4.
All right, folks, we will be right back. Play our national anthem.
We take you down onto the track for our opening ceremonies.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise. Please remove your hats.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
All right, Scott, we're back.
10-4.
Some good times coming in, boy, I'll tell you. I was talking to you just there. It's going to have to be one of them things where the guys are going to have to really feather that gas and take it easy. Lift off the gas early and use them brakes a little bit.
That's why I was saying hopefully they put some more offset in it and change the steering, because if they did that, the car turns a whole lot better. So as long as they did that, everybody should be fine. They might have to feather it a little bit coming off of 4. But yeah, if they try to run that set right out of the garage, there's going to be a lot of cautions tonight.
Well, John Mushton messaged in here in chat. He says, "Hey Rudy, I'm on my way home on my iPhone. Haha. I don't know if I'll be home in time to help you broadcast." That's fine, John. That's fine. Not a problem. Scott's in here. We got it, buddy. Don't hurry. Don't kill yourself over something like that, man. Not worth it. Just take your time. It's not an issue.
Yeah, just take it easy, John.
Well, we're going to try something different here tonight, Scott. We're going to, Tommy Lee is going to lead them around on the very first lap of the first 2 laps of the race, and we're going to have a moment of silence in remembrance of Christopher Perryman and and he will be driving his car too, and Steve Burns. So the first 2 laps of the race will be following him around.
And I just want to say, whoever's idea that was a splendid idea, and I think that's really cool that they're going to do that. It's the first time I've ever seen anyone do something like that in iRacing.
Actually, I think it was Tommy's idea, but we've done it in something else. I forget what it was, but I know Mock Speed used to do it where they used to actually have a car painted up like the pace car, and they led them around to start the very first qualifying. To start qualifying because it was open qualifying. And,
right.
But they kind of got away from doing that. But yeah, I don't think now. We do have a thing coming up this Sunday, and which I haven't officially announced, but I will be sending out notices tomorrow to everybody. But it'll be invite only to a memorial race on Sunday. Memorial race for Christopher Perryman. It'll be trucks at Michigan. He really ran well at Michigan. He loved the trucks. So we're going to throw that up. And I've already been in contact with his dad, and his dad is extremely happy and excited about it. And so we'll be throwing a phone number out there where you can call and make donations to the Christopher Perryman Memorial Fund. So, all right, it looks like we're off of qualifying now. So,
and tonight's race is also being treated as a memorial race as well.
Right, very true. Okay, let's see. Let's run down through the qualifying order here. Cody Griffin, Cody Perryman. Okay, Cody Griffin starting on a pole with a 28.903. Congratulations to him for grabbing that pole. William Kirk in second. James Lehman third. David Howard Jr. fourth. Timothy Lewis fifth. Lee Ridge sixth. Lee Bedsall seventh. Robert Riley eighth. Daniel Smallwood ninth. Rush in 10th. Kevin Bonner 11th, and Brian Wortman 12th. Excuse me. Go ahead, Scott.
13th is Kyle Streichars. Bobby O'Neill will start 14th. I'm looking for the next one. All the way down, Jason Allison will start 15th. Brian Phillips will start 16th. Drew Fafman. I'm sorry. First time I've had to pronounce that name. He starts 22nd. And Chris Fires rides shotgun at the end of the field. Ready?
All right. Waiting for him to roll off here. We'll get things fired up. Rush. He put all kinds of stuff up here. A needle and some pills and a dice and a bag of money. And
And Rudy, I was just listening to the radio chatter there before we get going here. And during these 2 laps, there's going to be no radio chatter. It's going to be complete silence.
Right. So we will give him that as Tommy Lee leads them around here. So let's have a moment of silence. Tommy Lee's going to bring him off of the turn right here and let him go.
He's got to do a countdown to him.
Yeah. Well, I
Thought he might pull off there.
Yeah, I thought he was supposed
He's gonna, yeah, he's gonna complete the lap and then pull off, I guess.
Oh, okay.
Makes sense.
Okay. This is our first time of doing this, folks. So, like I said, bear with us, and you know, this is in remembrance of Christopher Perryman as Tommy Lee is driving his car. We gave him that moment of silence, a couple of laps, and these guys ready to go racing. As you see, they're getting eager and ready to turn some laps here. So Tommy will release them. And thank you for your thoughts and prayers. I'd like to thank you from the Perryman family. Hopefully his dad Timothy may be watching, or he may tune in later on to watch. I'm not sure. But this is specifically for him and Steve Burns, which we lost today. A broadcast announcer on TV, that race caller that like we do here, and really ashamed to lose somebody that, you know, in the field like that. It's just it's really a terrible thing.
Well, this one's for the Wolf, Rudy.
Yes, sir. As Tommy Lee pulls him off, and Cody Griffin gonna bring him to the line.
And there we
Green,
go.
green.
Green flag is out.
Yes. Oh, we got a wreck already.
Oh, tearing up a bunch of good race cars already, Rudy.
Lee Ridge looks like upside down. Let's go back and take a look and see what happened to Lee here right on the get-go.
I'm just about to say that I see quite a few of them Cancer Sucks paint schemes out there, and I think a couple of those guys got into each other here.
Yes, sir. Looks like Lee got really loose right here in the turn one. And he just really did not back out of the throttle at all. And he's going to come right down the hill into Lee Bedsall, I believe. Yep.
And Lee Bedsall was knocked completely over the fence into the infield. What a ride he took.
That's 3 Cancer Sucks cars that got right together right there. That's not a good thing.
No, sir.
Oh, my.
That make your sponsor unhappy.
Yeah. Oh, man. Well, back up here. Cody Griffin's still in lead, though. Yeah, give it to him, Sherelle. Give it to him. And Lee and Lee get together. Lee Bedsall and Lee Ridge. Look like Lee Ridge getting loose right there, and I don't know. It looked like he never even backed out of the gas or anything to me.
Could be that setup, too. Once it starts to turn, there ain't no saving it.
Yep.
I don't know what's with the iRacing setups this build, but a lot of them are pretty sketchy like that.
Yeah. Well, we'll see here. We'll get her back going, and maybe we can get it straightened out or something. But boy, that 3 Cancer Stocks cars taken out right off the bat.
And no resets.
No resets. Well, I guess that's just kind of fitting to Cancer really does suck.
That it does. As did that accident.
Well, we were informed before the race there, Brian Phillips is the only one that's still in the running for the wheel.
He's the only one left, huh?
Mm-hmm.
I was curious about that when Ed was talking about what he was talking about the other day.
Yeah.
I was assuming that everyone had been eliminated, being that he was talking about giving away in the up-and-coming Indy 500 race.
Which I would have never said that until we know for sure, because we're not going to know for sure here until after race 34.
Oh, we don't know for sure, but he was talking about it.
Well, because that's when we're going to do the recount of everything, and we'll know for sure, you know, after race 34 in October.
Maybe he's got to give away 2 wheels.
Maybe.
He seemed pretty adamant about giving away one during the 500.
I guess. Wow. Okay, Cody Griffin still in the lead. William Kirk second. James Lehman third. David Howard Jr. fourth. Timothy Lewis fifth. Daniel Smallwood sixth. Kevin Bonner seventh. Robert Riley eighth. Kyle Streichard ninth. And Brian Workman 10th. Let's get him going.
And since we're talking about it, Rudy, that Indianapolis 500, the Max Speed Indy 500, will be June 7th. It's a Sunday.
Okay, cool. June 7th.
More details to come in the coming weeks.
Yes, sir.
We just got to get everything ironed out. It's going to be a pay-to-enter race. We're going to try to make it $500 to win.
Wow. And a wheel? Wow.
Yeah, we want it to be an epic deal.
Rush is pretty much out of it, too. He's in 15th on pit road.
Must have got caught up in that.
Yeah, he was. Rush, Lee, and Lee.
Well, Rudy, get us going, buddy.
I will.
I won't walk on you this time. That was my bad at the start.
Oh, Lee's got 25 minutes of repairs. Oh, my word.
Yeah, he already took it behind the wall.
Lee Ridge. But
First one out.
Lee Bedsall. Lee Bedsal's got 25 minutes of damage.
Okay, Lee Ridge is the one that took it behind the wall.
Right.
That's who you were talking about.
Okay, pace car's in. Cody brings them to the line. Green, green, green. A good start by everybody. A few new paint schemes out there tonight. David Howard Jr. running a new paint scheme. Cody Griffin running his, I guess it's his step-grandfather that passed away. Memory of him on the hood of his car. We'll get down here in just a second so we can get a better look at Cody's car there.
And Kirk had to get out of it a little bit. He almost ran Griffin over, had to get way out of it. That's allowed David Howard to catch up. Lehman right behind Howard.
In loving memory of him. And on the deck lid, I stand up for Steve.
Lehman making a move for third place. Trying to get past David Howard Jr., and he will complete the pass. Everybody getting single filed out now, Rudy.
Yeah, this is what they need to do. I mean, it's a long race.
Yes, sir. We're only on lap 11 of 150.
David Howard Jr. in his new paint scheme out there. Alienware painted that up himself, he said. Man, he did a great job of it, too. Timothy Lewis in fifth. Daniel Smallwood sixth. And he's got just a little bit of damage on the right rear of that car.
How about Kyle Streichard? Is running seventh, Rudy.
Yeah, he's looking pretty strong here on the inside of Daniel Smallwood and takes
Making
over
a move.
sixth. Yeah. Wow. Go Kyle. Wow.
And back up front, Rudy. Here comes David Howard Jr. looking underneath Lehman, trying to get second place. I think Lehman's going to hold him off on that top side.
Yes, he does.
Yes, he does.
Pretty good bite up there.
Getting that big run coming off the corner on that high side.
Timothy Lewis and William Kirk going at it. Timothy going to catch. He gets into the wall. Boy, everybody steers clear of him. Somebody else gets into the wall there, too. Oh, my. Timothy going to go back. He's back to 11th now after that. Chris fires 12th. And we got one spinning there. Oh no.
That caution is out, Rudy.
Yes, that was Brian Wertman. Oh no, not sure. Let's see what happened to Brian. That's for Timothy. Oh, he got into that outside wall right there on the front stretch. Looks like he might have got a little loose right there, but I think he got a little help from the 33.
Yep, looking that way.
33 gets into the outside wall too. How come I don't? Okay, that was Robert Riley. Yep, Robert Riley getting in.
Yep,
Excuse
he
me.
came up and got him right in that left rear quarter panel.
Yes, sir.
Robert Riley's got right front damage now. Just getting on that bottom and the car just not wanting to be down there.
All right, looks like everybody coming down pit road.
Everybody wants some fresh rubber.
Yes, sir. We see a few of them guys sitting on pit road. Rush still sitting there. Lee Bedsall still sitting there.
For Mr. Feelgoods, please. Meanwhile, the 07 of Kyle Streichar stayed out, and he's going to lead a lap, Rudy.
Oh, yeah, he does. Ooh, David Howard
39
Jr.
stayed out.
Ooh, yeah. David Howard Jr. with a 2-tire change. Ooh. Kyle Streichar staying out to lead a lap. Sure hell. Yeah, Fords are the best, but Mustangs are smexy, she says. Chevys are yard ornaments. Hey, hey, hey. Chevys rock. Brian Phillips peels off and goes down pit road, so that'll put David Howard Jr. second with them 2 tires. Kyle staying out on them old tires. Boy. Ooh. Cody Griffin going to be restarting 3rd. James Lehman 4th. William Kirk, their top 5.
Well, let's be honest. Kyle doesn't lead very often, and he's seeing his opportunity here. He's running strong tonight, so why not? Throw the dice.
Hey, valuable point.
Never know what can happen on these restarts, Rudy.
Well, he knows he's probably not going to be as fast as the guys behind him. So, you know, I'm sure he's going to want to take it a little easy and probably maybe on the backstretch let them guys go. I don't know what his plan is, but see.
Well, let's just hope that he starts in 2nd gear and doesn't start in 1st and spin them tires.
$16 minutes to go, huh? Yep. Lee Bedsall with 16 minutes of repairs left. He'll be able to go out and pick up a couple positions, though. Rush it back out on the track. He's catching up to the tail end of the field. It looks like they've got almost all that damage fixed. He must have got the required fix and said to heck with the rest of it.
Rush always tunes into the races. How you doing, Rush? Good to see you back out there. That gives us 2 Cancer Sucks cars back in the race, Rudy.
Yes, sir.
Well, the lights are out. We're ready to go racing again. Kyle Streichars is bringing us to the flag. Pace car's in. And we're racing again in Charlotte. Looked like the 7 on the outside was laid on the hammer, but the 07 trying to get down into that corner. And the 3's looking. Kyle holds him off, going down the backstretch, going into 3. I know Cody, he's not going to be real patient, Rudy.
No, I know. Ooh, a little wiggly on the turn right there. And Kyle stays ahead of him and leads yet another lap. Man,
How about that?
he's doing good out there on them old tires.
Yeah, you're showing a little muscle tonight as the 07. Oh, we got a
Cody.
spinner.
Cody.
Oh!
Cody, oh no, that's going to get him. Oh, man. Overdrove it right there. Let's go back and take a look. Went to, let's see, Cody Griffin.
And behind Cody, we had somebody spinning behind Cody before Cody ever spun. Trying to catch that number. It was a blue car. It was the 34. 34 started spinning first, and then Cody got into the 7, and then Kirk ran Cody over after he got into the 7.
Yeah. Yep. He got into the 7, but boy, I'll tell you what, David Howard saved that. Wow. Man, what a job he did right there.
I think all that had a lot to do with the setup, Rudy.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, this setup just really bad, you know. But you guys got to make the best of it. With Cody with an awful lot of damage on that car, man. He barely making it around there sideways.
This is just like the race we saw last night with cars just breaking loose.
Yep. Well, that puts David Howard Jr. in the lead now. Kyle bringing everybody else down pit road. It looks like Lehman going to stay out. Heck, Lee could get his car fixed up and get back out here and probably be in the top 10 the way it's going tonight.
And Rudy, going back and watching on that replay, Streichars also spun, leading the whole pack there coming out of the corner. We missed that.
No, I caught that. He caught it and went down the backstretch and didn't get into anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, everybody was loose. Boy, they were really putting the hammer down, weren't they?
Yeah, 3 different guys having self-spins there.
Check out pit road here. Lots of guys on pit road.
Yeah, there were some guys caught up in that. We got a long way to go, Rudy. We're only on lap 22. We've already lost some cars.
Yeah.
Good evening, fellas.
Hey, John, how you
John.
doing? I see you made it home.
Yeah, 10-4. How y'all doing tonight?
Doing good.
Pretty good. Welcome to the booth, John Mushton Jr.
Well, I'll tell you what, John. These guys are saying this car, the setup is just terrible under this. And I was going to take a look already. We are on caution number 3 in the first 22 laps.
Yeah, I was watching from my iPhone, actually, on the way home. Went down to visit my 8-year-old daughter and just kind of lost track of time. Sorry about that. But, yeah, I heard Scott talking about this setup. I was on track yesterday with practice, and he's right. I don't know if maybe the iRacing guys fell asleep on this whole setup thing when they changed the front end geometry on these cars, but it is wicked, wicked loose on the first 5 to 10 laps.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Kyle Streichars, he stayed out there on them older tires, and he was doing really well. But he just really pushed it hard there coming out of 2, and he almost got into the inside wall, but he saved it on the backstretch, so good news for him. But it didn't pan out so well for a couple of the other drivers. Cody Griffin with a lot of damage on his car, and I don't even know if they'll even be able to get that car fixed up.
Yeah, right out on the track right now, Rudy. I'm only showing 7 cars behind the base car. That means a lot of guys are getting repairs. So there's the 8th, Brian Phillips. Now Bobby O'Neill showing up.
10.
Cars are dwindling, though.
11. We got 11 on the track right now. We're back to Brian Wortman.
That's a shame, man. That's so what happened? You know, I guess I missed that part when Griffin got in a wreck on the that last caution. Is that what happened?
There were 3 guys that spun, but yeah, Griffin wound up getting into David Howard, and then Kirk ran him over from behind. Which
That's
Kirk ain't
doggone
out there
shame
either,
right there,
so he's
man.
got some damage.
Well, I was like I said, I've been watching. I saw the start of the race, and that's an amazing thing these guys did for Chris Perryman, man.
Yes, sir. Pretty cool.
They're about to go back to green. I'll take that up after they go back to green.
10-4. Let's see if we can't get some green flag racing in here, ladies and gentlemen. Been pacing a lot tonight. We did that a lot last night in the GAC League for the same reason. Car is breaking loose on that high side. Another problem with the iRacing setups. Hopefully it'll kind of pan out here and we can get some racing in. Otherwise, we might lose this race. Pace car's off. And the green flag comes out late, but there it is, and we're racing again at Charlotte.
That flag did come out pretty late. That's kind of weird.
Yeah, it did. Last night they were super quick. Tonight they seem to be a little later.
Lehman trying to hang on to David Howard Jr. And here comes Daniel Smallwood up through the field. Started 9th today and already up to 3rd. Kevin Bonner in 4th. Timothy Lewis got a little bit of damage earlier in that wreck, but got into the outside wall. Actually didn't get into the wreck, but he got into the outside wall. In 4th. Kyle Streichard's now in 5th. And William Kirk passing up Jason Allison. Jason going backwards, and Brian Phillips back here. We got Robert O'Neill driving on by.
Well, I'll tell you, like I said, I did some time and some laps on this track yesterday. What I did notice was, like Scott said, if you adjust your offset and your ratio, it's a really drivable setup. And if you're easy on the tires, it actually lasts a long, long time before you see any really drastic fall off.
And we got a change for the lead here. James Lehman takes over.
I was just about to say that. There ain't no fall off in the 15 because he just rocketed around David Howard, and the 8 spins, but he saves it. Wow, good save.
And the guys behind him checked up pretty hard, too. The 9 car looked like he ran all over the back of Robert O'Neill there.
And Daniel Smallwood goes back to 6th real quick.
It's a good save, though, by Smallwood.
Now David Howard Jr. 0.4 of a second behind James Lehman as James leads his very first lap of the race. Coming around to lead lap number 2 for him.
He's starting to get a hefty little lead there already.
Well, back to what I was saying, you know, Chris was one of those guys, when I first came to you guys, Rudy, I had a lot of trouble with my steering wheel and stuff, and Chris was one of the few people that came in and helped me get my wheel set up. And then when we were at Vegas, he actually sent me replays of how he got around the track so I could see his braking and throttle points. Really nice guy, and it's just such a shame that somebody so young, you know, has gone like that at such a young age.
Yeah, that's
up the 4 cars looping it.
Yep, in the grass, Timothy Lewis.
Out across the grass and back up onto the track. No caution. He only loses a couple of places, though.
I noticed he's got some right rear damage there.
Yeah, he got into the outside wall on the front stretch earlier. So, Jason Allison driving by him. And here comes Brian Phillips, the only one that's still eligible for the wheel. So, oh, and Jason Allison going around. No, saved it. Wow, good driving by Jason Allison. Wow. Lehman out there in no man's land right now in clean air, 1.7 seconds ahead of David
He
Howard.
just bounced it off the wall, though, Rudy. That's gonna he gave himself some right front corner damage on that car.
Lehman?
Yeah, he sure did. He bounced it off the wall up in 3 and 4 there.
Robert O'Neill in 6th. William Kirk 7th. Another guy that's really going to miss Christopher Perryman right there, William Kirk. I know him and Chris were pretty good buddies. They like to race together a lot.
And even though Lehman did get a little bit of that damage, he has not seen any of his lead drop off here as he maintains a 2-second lead.
Yeah, it's unbelievable, isn't it?
He's a rocket ship tonight. He's just driving away from him.
Yeah, and he was the one that was one of the worst ones that was complaining in TeamSpeak earlier about that setup being so terrible.
I guess he's one of the first ones to listen to what Scott was saying about fixing the offsets and the ratios.
Yeah.
His lap times are real consistent too. I'm looking at his lap times for the last, let's say 8 laps, 10 laps. They're all in the 0.1, 0.0 range there. He's not giving up a whole lot of lap time either.
Now, clean air's got to help out there, I know.
Yeah, the clean air helps, but what I'm concerned with is with the amount of cars we have left now that are competitive on the lead lap, whatnot. This could go green a long way, and at the rate he's pushing these tires, he could wind up abusing those tires to a point where he loses that 2-second lead in a hurry.
Oh yeah, definitely, yeah. They don't want to be out there punishing them. And I'll tell you, you kind of hit the nail right on the head there, John, because you probably won't see another driver out there like David Howard Jr. He knows how to save his tires.
Absolutely, Rudy, absolutely.
One of the only other ones that I know of would be Sean Butler that knows how to save tires, so.
Yeah, where is Butler?
He's parked for a couple of weeks.
Hey, what? Did I miss something?
Last week.
Last week.
Last Thursday's race of the truck race on Thursday night.
Oh, yeah, I didn't even know we had truck races, to be honest with you.
Yeah, every other Thursday night.
We just had a change for 3rd place as Daniel Smallwood has passed Kevin Bonner to move into 3rd, and Bobby O'Neill just got past Kyle Streichars to move into 5th.
Is that a typo? Does he really have a 3.1 second lead?
Right. No, he's got a 3.1 second lead.
Yeah, 3.5.
Oh wow, yeah, they just jumped to 3.46. Man,
yeah.
Where did Lehman get this from all of a sudden?
I don't know, and that's what I said. He was saying before the race in TeamSpeak how bad that setup was, and just complaining, and here he is out there like Rush just typed in chat here, stinking up the show. 3.7 second lead over David Howard Jr.
Is Rush out of the race?
Just about to say, Kyle Streichars just almost lost it, but he gathered it up. He fell a little bit off Bobby O'Neill.
Yeah, he did. That was a heck of a save he did off of 4.
Well, you have a good tight race between 2nd, 3rd, and 4th going on. I mean, they're right there with each other.
Yep. That's where the race is at. Lehman has pretty much sailed away with the lead.
4-second lead. Jeez.
Yeah, it's still an early race too. Though we're only at lap 40 out of 120 they're doing tonight.
150.
Yeah.
150. Yeah. It's a long race still, and like I said, if Lehman keeps abusing these tires like he is, he's going to find himself pushing really hard towards that outside wall exiting those turns.
Yeah, he just hit the wall there. Yeah.
Yep, and he got down on the apron in the previous turn, so he's pushing the car for all it's worth. But he better be careful with that.
I can't help but wonder if that's why his lead is so big. Maybe these guys behind him understand that whole taking care of the tires concept, and they're just kind of, taking it easy for a little while.
Yeah, I would say that's what it is. That he's out there pushing it hard right now, but he's running.
Well, either way, the 15. Yeah, either way, the 15's got it figured out.
And he just ran his fastest lap 2 laps ago at a 29.041.
Yeah.
And yet he still has time to chit-chat on the race radio.
Yeah, he's out there on a Sunday cruise.
Right? I think if we could look at that cockpit, we'd probably see him with his little arm up on the roll bar there,
Oh, yeah. Robert O'Neill.
Doing a Dick Trickle, smoking a cigarette.
Kyle Streichar is 6th. William Kirk now working up to him. Let's ride along here with him real quick.
We got a change for 2nd place, maybe.
Yep, Griffin's getting a little antsy there. I mean, sorry, Smallwood.
Yeah, Smallwood's going to get out of it a little bit, and I think Howard's going to hold him off for now.
I tell you, Scott, you may have noticed this in practice, but I noticed that the longer these guys go on tires, it's actually easier to pass the middle of high lane. Going down low, you can't really stay on the throttle as long as you need to or get on it as early as you need to make a pass. And as I say that, but you see what I mean? How the 7's able to battle back on the outside like that. He'll get a pretty good run coming off that turn and passing back up going down the back stretch.
I don't know. I think Smallwood's going to get him this time.
Ooh, he almost washes up. He catches the apron, but he keeps going. Boy, Kevin Bonner seen what was going to happen there, and he checked up.
That was a good save on Cody's part. I mean, sorry, Dan. I'm going to rename him before this is over with tonight.
Well, that let Robert O'Neill join in on the battle here, guys.
Seen Nate do that a couple times tonight. He saved it both times. Good job, Smallwood again.
And looking back to William Kirk as he got by Strychards, now he's starting to reel these guys in up here. We've got a pretty good battle going on here now. It looks like Kevin Bonner may be trying to work over Daniel Smallwood. Daniel got them tires a little warm there.
It's like Bonner's got some nose damage there.
Brian Workman back out there, but he just goes a lap down now in 11th place. Had quite a bit of damage.
And Lehman's leads up to 7 seconds, Rudy.
Dang.
He's having a race of his own tonight.
I'm telling you. Well, that's what it's going to take, you know.
These boys in the back behind him, they're praying for a caution right now.
Oh, yeah, everybody would welcome 4 fresh feel-goods right now.
Oh, absolutely.
Had to reel him back in. Little fishing.
How you feeling tonight there, Sherelle?
He was quite chatty in here a little while ago. And, I don't know, maybe she stepped away for a minute or so, but she was pretty chatty in here a few minutes ago. Good to see you.
How many cars are you...
Huh?
I'm sorry, Rudy. How many cars are you still showing on track?
Right now, 11 cars on Brian Wortman's last one. Lee Bedsell should be able to get back out there.
Yeah, Rush says he's got 22 minutes left on repairs on his too.
Oh my!
Wow.
But hey, that's the good thing though with that new build that came out. At least these guys can get those repairs done, and you know, I mean, yeah, they'll be hundreds of laps down, but you know, points matter. They really do matter. And if you can get back out there and pass up guys that couldn't get back out in the race, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And get a couple of extra points there.
Yep. Yeah, every position's another point. That's the thing here. You gotta think about the big picture, you know. If you can get back out there, you get back out there. And I know Rush, he will.
I think we need a black flag. Lehman, bring him into the pits for a couple of seconds.
And he's out there 7.1 seconds ahead of David Howard Jr.
His lap times are still looking pretty good too. He's just now creeping into the 0.37, 0.33 range, but he's still running some fast laps.
Daniel Smallwood in third, Kevin Bonner fourth, Robert O'Neill fifth, and William Kirk now looking to the inside of Robert O'Neill and drives right on by him in turn 3 and 4. Wow.
Yeah, he did. Kirk been chasing them down for a while.
Yeah. Kyle Strychards in seventh, having a good run tonight.
I would look for Kirk to slowly knife his way through the rest of these guys and eventually wind up in second place and hope for a caution. And then when the caution does come out, Lehman will have someone to race.
Brian Phillips back here in eighth, the only one that's still in it and running for the wheel. Timothy Lewis in ninth. And Brian Workman works up to the 10th place.
And there goes Smallwood in a second.
And I was just looking at the points, Rudy, and with Sean Butler not being here tonight, Cody Griffin already wrecked out. Brian Phillips is third in the points, so he stands to gain some ground tonight on those two guys. And Daniel Smallwood's fourth in the points, so he stands to gain some ground as well.
How long is Butler out for?
Ed
I thought it was just a week.
I did too. Ed said no, 2 weeks.
Okay, 10-4.
So these guys, if they play it straight and keep their noses clean and keep these cars in the races, they stand to make some pretty good ground up on.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
What's the point spread right there between first and second there, Scott?
Let me check. Give me a second. 62. And Phillips was 66 behind.
See, he won't get any points at all for the next 2 weeks. They will make up at least 40-something points a piece on them, right?
They would have to win the race.
Yeah, that's true too. But still, that's a substantial amount of points, though.
They're going to gain 25 to 30 something.
Yeah, so that's I guess good news for them.
Yes, sir. That opens the championship right back up to everybody with Sean Butler being parked for 2 weeks.
Yeah, and especially with the schedule, we got some tracks coming up that, depending on field size, could also mix up the picture if Butler has a problem at one of those tracks.
Well, that'll definitely revitalize the rest of the league and in the hopes of trying to chase down a championship.
Yeah, those forced vacations are fun, ain't they, Scott?
Yeah, well, sometimes they're just called for, and sometimes they're not.
I'm riding along here with Daniel Smallwood, and I'll tell you, Lehman is now 7.7 seconds ahead of him, and that's like a whole straightaway plus. When he's coming out of turn 4, Lehman's going into turn 1.
Yeah, that's true, but here's what I'm also seeing, though, Rudy. I'm looking at Daniel's lap times, and his lap times, while about 0.2 slower than Lehman's, have been the same consistent speed for longer. Lehman's starting to see some fall off now, like we said he would. If this continues to go green throughout the fuel run, I do predict that they'll catch him before it's over with.
Yeah, Smallwood just chopped off a couple of tenths there in the last couple laps. So. David Howard Jr. just hanging right there with Smallwood, though. William Kirk in fourth, reeling them guys up. Robert O'Neill fifth.
Here's an example I was talking about. Lap 47, Lehman did a 29.1. On lap 57, he did a 29.5. That's 4/10 in 10 laps.
Yeah. But as his tires are falling off, so is everybody else's,
But slower, because like I said, they were all running 29.4s, 29.5s the entire run, taking their time and saving them. Now, the question is, did they let him get too far away to make a big difference? If they, like I said, they'll make up some time to him, but I don't know if they'll make up 7 seconds of time.
Yeah, I don't know what's the pit window here.
About 55 laps.
Yeah, but I think it's between 50 and 55 laps, somewhere around there.
Well, for anything like last night's race, how many people did we see try to make pit stops last night and had issues, Rudy?
Oh, yeah, a lot. Everybody.
Yeah.
Man, I'm telling you, it was unbelievable. It was a good race, but they know it was a bad one.
Yeah,
what did they race that last night?
Daytona.
Oh, wow, what car?
This car, the B car.
Okay. And they had problems getting in the pits in this car?
Yeah.
They had problems
at Daytona?
just all together, from the room to just weird things going on to.
It was just an odd server last night, and things just really acting strange. And the setup was a belt setup, and it wasn't very good. When you turned down into the corner, somebody was on your tail. It like took the air off your spoiler, and it just started sliding. It was just a weird night last night.
Daytona Gremlins.
Well, Daniel's still hanging there, 7.7 seconds behind Lehman, so not gaining or losing.
Yeah, I noticed that too. I think Lehman's He's in his own zone tonight, man. That's crazy. Oh, Smallwood just hiccuped a little bit, then the 7 car get right back up on his rear bumper.
I like they're trying to chase these boys down. Kirk is slowly closing in on David Howard and Daniel Smallwood as they continue to lose ground to Lehman.
Yeah, he's just checked out on him. Yeah, he does not want to see a caution right now. He wants to see green flag pit stops. That's what he wants to say. Well, we'll go back through the field here. Kirk in 4th, Robert O'Neill 5th, Kevin Bonner in 6th, Brian Phillips 7th, Timothy Lewis in 8th, Kyle Streichard back to 9th, and Brian Wortman 10th, a couple of laps down. Lee Bedsall starting to pick up positions. He's up to 15th, 56 laps down. Look at this, guys. He's picked up 3 positions. Oh, he's coming.
Which goes back to what I was saying earlier. I mean, you know, you get those repairs done. It might take a half an hour, but get back out there and you'll pick up some points.
That's 3 points he's gained right there.
Yep.
Robert Riley still on pit road. Cody Griffin on pit road. Looks like Chris Byers is out. So here in about another probably 15 laps, he's going to pick up about 4 more positions.
We've been green for 40 laps now, so we might start seeing some guys start coming in here in the next 10, 15 laps.
Lehman got a 7.9 second lead over Daniel Smallwood and David Howard Jr. Wow.
That's nuts. That's just crazy.
Yeah, you wait, man. Wait till after this race is over. I'm going to be all over Lehman.
You whiny little
Man,
bird.
complaining about the setup, and he's out there just dusting everybody, you know. Kirk about 1.2 seconds off of Howard Jr. Robert O'Neill way back here, 12 seconds behind the leader.
So, Scott, why aren't you out there tonight, man?
Is he there? Scott, you there?
Did we lose him?
Oh, maybe he stepped away for a minute. Kevin Bonner in the Cheetos machine. He goes by Brian Wortman there. Brian was in the 10th spot, a couple laps down. Seems to be running okay. His car, you know, got a little damage. He had to sit on pit road and get some damage fixed up, but seems to be running okay. Picked up a couple spots when he got back out.
You guys got a copy?
Yeah.
There he is. There he is.
There we go. Had to unplug my wheel 3 times.
Why?
I don't know. It does that from time to time. It made this little noise in my headset, and I wasn't sure why it did that. And then I figured out when you guys couldn't hear me talking that it was my wheel doing its normal thing.
I got you.
I don't know why it does that. It just does it every once in a while.
Well, we're about 3 laps away from halfway there, Rudy. You think we'll see some pits after the halfway point?
I'm thinking probably we're about to that point here. Now they know they're not going to be able to make it the rest of the way on fuel, right?
Oh yeah, there'll still be another stop after this one.
Yeah, so I don't know. Maybe they'll try to push it and get themselves in that pit window. I don't know.
Up to 7 just said he's pitting next time by. I guess the 8's coming in with him. Oh, nope, just a 7 by himself.
David Howard Jr. coming down pit road.
I don't know, Scott, what would you do, man? Would you stay out as long as you could on fuel and tires and try and stretch it and then pit?
Just depended on my lap times. If I had still running consistent lap times, yeah, I'd try to stretch it out a little bit. If my lap times were falling off a lot, no, I'd go in to get tires.
Well, you can't beat Smallwood for consistency. This kid over the last 20, 30 laps has not really had more than a tenth, maybe a half a tenth difference between his lap times.
Yeah, he's pretty consistent.
4 tire change for David Howard, comes out 7th place, 1 lap down.
Yeah, he'll be all right, though, because our leader's going to have to pit pretty soon, too. Who's MaxSpeedTV 2?
That is Robert Riley.
Oh, okay. Leader's about to pit.
I'm on him right now. Smallwood 7.4 seconds behind him is looks like Robert O'Neill pitted too. So we have had a few guys. And here comes our leader down pit road.
Oh, that was close. My goodness.
I've seen that.
Bobby O'Neill almost ran him over, but all's good. Daniel Smallwood's pitting here too, Rudy.
Yep, I figured that probably would happen. These guys would probably, one was waiting on the other one, or I guess they were probably Smallwood was waiting on the leader, more than likely.
I bet Bobby's checking his drawers after that one.
Probably, yeah.
It's like Brian
was close.
Phillips goes by, but he does not technically lead a lap yet. We will have to go back around across the line to get that point for leading a lap, and I'm sure we're going to see him gather up that point. 4 tire change for James Lehman. He'll come back out 4th place.
He's down and away.
Boy, I don't like this jerkiness. I was trying a different, some different settings out, and Robert, it's not working, man. I don't like it. Too jerky.
It was looking great earlier when I was on the iPhone, man. It was very smooth and really looked great.
I just don't. It's really jerky to me. I don't know. Well, Brian Phillips does lead that lap. So
Yep, looks like he's got to stay out too.
Yeah, when he's going to come down, boy, we got some guys coming down pit road now that are. Who was that? Timothy Lewis? He must have smoked the tires getting onto pit road there. Locked him
That
up.
was 7. It was David Howard Jr. almost lost it in 4, but he saved it.
Okay. All right, well, let's see when Brian Phillips is going to come out.
Whoa, Lehman's down the infield.
Oh, no.
He got real loose coming out of 4. He saved it, but he's down in the infield.
He's trying too hard right now on them fresh tires. He was better on the older ones. So he's got to let these tires come to him to get back out there. Well, that's
He
going to
lost
put
a lot of speed.
Kyle Streichard's out in the lead now as Brian Phillips pits. Brian on pit road. Go ahead.
Once this all filters out after that, that might have been his lead right there.
No, he's got a 4-second difference between him and Smallwood.
Yeah, that cut his lead in half.
I think you know what that was, and you probably noticed this too, Scott, when you were on track. Those new tires, are just, the whole car is squirrely as hell for the first 3 or 4 laps. And once the tires get warmed up, that pressure gets, look, there he goes again. He's real loose.
He's got to take a deep breath here. Lehman's got a history of doing this. He gets rattled, and then it starts to snowball. He just needs to take a deep breath.
Baffman back out on track.
I'll be right back, gentlemen. I got to make a phone call real quick.
Yep.
Yeah, boy.
And Kyle Streichard, what happened to him? Oh, he's on pit road. Okay, that puts Lehman back out in the lead. But Smallwood, 3.1 seconds behind him. So, yeah, he did lose that lead big time, didn't he?
Yes, sir. Driving through the grass will cost you time.
William Kirk in third. David Howard Jr. after getting loose there coming out fourth. Robert O'Neill fifth. Kevin Bonner sixth. Timothy Lewis seventh. Everybody's made their pit stops now, ready for another long green flag run. Let's see if Lehman can extend that lead again after he gets some heat in them tires.
Well, he's got his lap times back down to where he was consistently running just a little bit ago, so maybe he's calmed down a little bit.
Yeah, he just needs to get back into the groove now. Let the tires come to him. Yeah, he pulled away about a tenth or two off of Smallwood, so now I think Daniel does not want to let James get out there too awful far. Hey, Michael, what's up? Michael Gonzalez in chat. William Kirk in third, 4.5 seconds off the leader. We are well past halfway now. Oh.
What are there, 10 cars still left in the race, Rudy?
10, 11. Drew
Still
Pfaffman.
11?
Yeah. Drew Pfaffman back out on track.
Oh, that's okay. I thought we had lost one, but Drew came back.
Lee Bedsel ran a few laps there and picked up a couple positions. And he's back off the track now. But Daniel Smallwood is coming. He's 2 seconds behind Lehman as Lehman got into the wall and got some damage on the right front of that car. Kyle Streichard gets out of the way and lets him go. Take a look at that right front damage.
Yeah, it's beat.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
Yeah, I bet that cost him his lead now.
Yeah, now this is what Smallwood's looking for. You can see Smallwood coming up on Kyle Streichard's here before too long. And I don't see any damage on Daniel's car. His car looks pretty clean, so we may see him get up here and challenge James Lehman for that lead.
Yeah, Lehman just pushing it too hard. He had a big lead, was pushing too hard, drove through the grass, and then it just kind of snowballed from there. Something tells me we haven't seen the end of the snowball just yet.
All right, guys, I'm back. Sorry about that. Wow, what happened on Lehman's right front?
I was just about to tell you, he hit the wall.
He hit it a ton, huh?
Yep, his lead's dwindling.
Yeah. Down to 1.5 seconds now. Well, thanks for tuning in, Michael. Appreciate it, buddy. Always good to have viewers in here watching. Somebody coming down pit road there. I don't know, who the heck was that? Oh, that was Drew Pfaffman on pit road.
Oh, yeah, I went back and watched the replay on him then. He got real loose there coming out of 4 again.
Kirk is slowly gaining ground, too. He's still a little over 3 seconds back, but he is gaining ground on the leader.
Yeah, I'm fairly certain he's got some toe-in or toe-out problems now with that right front tire. That'll definitely affect the handling of the race car.
William Kirk in third and David Howard Jr. fourth.
Up. There he goes, folks. He's looping it into.
We got a caution.
Oh, wow. Smallwood totally missed him. Wow, that was crazy. That was our leader. Just totally looped it.
Let's go back and take a look at it.
Oh! Wow. He just got destroyed by the 33. Yep.
Oh, yeah, he did. He just looped it around right here. Now, he didn't get into anything right there. And we're going to see.
Looks like he got on the apron.
Smallwood slips by. Kyle Streichard slips by.
Watch this.
Trying to. Oh, the 33, Robert Riley. I didn't even think Robert Riley was in there.
He just blew his motor on the front stretch, so it looks like Lehman's out.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
And That all started because he barely touched the apron just a teeny little bit, and it caused that whole disruption of the car.
Well,
Yep.
Smallwood bringing them all down pit road now.
Now we're having a whole new race, and I tell you what, it looks really good for a nice fight between Kirk and Smallwood and Howard.
Well, James Lehman led 57 laps, guys. That's pretty awesome.
Yeah, and I think that's going to give him most laps left for the night, right?
Well, I don't know. There's enough laps left that there's enough laps left. Anybody out here right now could beat him. There's 60
laps left. Yeah, you're right.
You know, David
Depends
Howard.
on if we get anybody fighting for that lead.
David Howard Jr.'s led 7 already. Daniel Smallwood's led 2.
And Lehman's gone. There he goes.
Oh man.
Yeah, I think he might have wound up getting parked anyway because they had that meeting tonight about not yelling, and he was yelling there.
Yes, he was.
And that's why I was talking about the snowball effect with Lehman. I've seen it before in races. He gets rattled by something, and it just snowballs from there, and it caught up to him.
Yep. I think that one really hard hit that he hit the turn 4 wall there was probably what started that with him, with the damage. Because once that car gets that toe knocked out like that, Scott, you know this, it's hard to drive, and this setup as squirrely as it is already, it was a handful, and that apron is not your friend at all, period, on this track, you know.
And this is kind of survival of the fittest tonight. So he did his best with what he was, dealt with as far as the setup goes on the car. But
yeah, it was really impressive, like you said, for a while there.
It started when he got in the grass, after they made the pit stops with the fresh tires, and he got out there and did the lawn job, and then it just kind of, got in his head at that point, obviously, because he started bouncing it off the wall, and that's what can happen in racing. It only takes a little mess up, and it just snowballs.
Yep, absolutely. Now, the car that's in front right now, the number 8 Daniel Smallwood car, that thing looks great. It's not a whole lot of damage that I'm seeing, and we all know how consistent and smooth Daniel can be. So this ought to be interesting between him and Kirk. It's going to be a good fight, I think. Kirk's got damage, though. He's got a lot of nose damage and looks like some right front damage.
Yeah, but if I know the captain, that's not going to slow him down any.
No, but I think once he gets out in the clean air, where that aerodynamic on the nose actually is affected by that air, it may slow him down. I think it'll give him a problem.
Oh, we're running out of cars, Rudy. How many we got left in the race now, buddy?
8, 9.
Yeah, I didn't think it was too many. We still got over 50 laps to go.
Rush gets waved by, and he will be back in 17th, but he has a chance here in a few more laps. He can pick up probably pick up about 3 or 4 more positions if he can just stay out there. About another 10 laps. He can pick up about.
How about Timothy Lewis getting back on the lead lap?
Yes, sir. Back in 3rd.
Yes, sir. Great job by him tonight.
But don't count out David Howard Jr., I'm going to tell you.
I'll be honest, I'm not counting any of these guys out.
Oh, no.
Even Strychar's, he showed some muscle earlier. So this is anybody's race. This could get fun now that Lehman's out of it. He was dominating everybody, so the dominating car is out. So it could get interesting now.
Yep, here we go.
Him going
get us going, Rudy.
Oh, okay, I will.
You do this.
All right. Okay, pace car's in. And green.
Lost the feed, Rudy.
What?
Lost the feed, looks like.
David Howard Jr. pushing Kirk down the backstretch.
Timothy Lewis. Wow. Driving it in there like he owns it.
Howard held him off. You got Kevin Bonner right there behind Lewis. He's looking. Strychar's got by Bobby O'Neill. What a run by Kyle Strychars tonight in the 07.
I'm
Good
telling
job, Kyle.
you. Yeah, he's going after it.
It's the best run I've ever seen him have.
He's a good racer when he puts his mind to it.
He's showing it tonight.
Well, Smallwood can't shake Kirk right now.
No, I didn't think he would be able to. I thought Kurt would be able to hang with him at least.
Yeah, they were all pretty tight before the wreck with Lehman. So, like I said, I think we'll have a really good race from these top 3, top 4. Now Lewis is back on the lead lap and doesn't appear to have too much damage on his car. No more than Kirk, and Kirk's in second.
I think that caution revitalized a lot of these guys.
Oh yeah, well they see that they have a chance now. You know, like Rudy and I think it was you said that earlier, Scott, that the guy that was just spanking everybody is out. He's gone. So it's pretty much anybody's race now. I am concerned about that nose. Oh, here we go. Howard Jr. going for second.
I don't think he's going to be able to find the traction down there. I might be wrong.
I'm telling you, that nose damage on the 9 car is what's hurting him.
Yeah, on the straightaway speed, you can see it right there. So Howard into second, Kirk back to third, and Timothy Lewis closing up on Kirk here.
It looks to me like Kirk's nose with that aerodynamic damage is riding higher, so he has less downforce on that nose. He's probably pushing pretty bad. I do like his paint job, that Steve Burns memorial sticker on the hood like that.
Yes, sir.
And Bobby O'Neill just got by Kyle Strychars to move into the 6th position.
Yeah, those guys have been going at it back here. Brian Phillips in 8th place. And he's third in the points coming into tonight. So, man, go get him, Brian. Has a chance to pick up a few positions.
He fell back a little bit there. I think he might have got a little loose coming out of 4. Yeah, he was in the grass a little bit, falling way back now.
And Mr. Lehman's in the chat.
Tough break tonight, James. You dominated for a while, buddy.
Yeah, you just kind of overdrove it there, buddy, and got loose. It's a shame to see that. Man, you had it. You had it made. In the shade with Kool-Aid.
No, you did not just do that.
Yeah, I did.
I tell you what, David Howard Jr. is all over the back of that 8 car.
Oh yeah, he's putting the hammer right down now.
And Kevin Bonner just made the pass on Timothy Lewis. Woo, slides up the track, gives him the slide job, says, I'll take 4th place.
Wow.
I kind of wonder, knowing Daniel the kind of driver he is, if he's really going to fight the 7 car that much right now.
Starting to get racy, boys. It's getting late. We're
Yeah.
over 100 laps.
Yeah, we're down to 47 laps to go.
Be 48 to go this time.
Hey, look, man, I went to Como High School. My math ain't bad, all right? I'm an electronics technician, not a mathematician.
Well, Howard took a look there inside Smallwood, but boy,
Smallwood slammed the door, didn't he?
yeah, he did.
Denied.
And here comes Kirk. Right on David Howard Jr.'s tail.
Smallwood getting a little breathing room now, at least.
I'm riding along with Daniel. He is not off the gas very long in these turns.
Yeah, I'll ride along with him too.
Well, Howard, Kevin Bonner, he's going to make the move on Kirk. We've been watching him for the last lap or so, and he's finally going to make the move. And he'll take 3rd place from Kirk. Kevin Bonner in the 16 on the move.
Yeah, I really think the 9 cars nose damage is what's hurting him so bad. He just doesn't have the same downforce these guys do. So when he gets out in the clean air, gets nobody in front of him, he just loses all his steering.
No!
Oh,
There
sideways.
he loops it
He saved
down through the grass.
And no caution.
it. Nope, he kept it off pit road, no penalty. We're still under green flag conditions.
Whoa, good job. Let's go back and watch that. Man, that was wild. That was a wild ride for William Kirk.
It's a tough break
That was
for
a
the
little
captain.
bit tense.
Man, he had that thing sideways, didn't he?
Yeah, he was dirt tracking. It looked like the Cheetos car there got, I don't know, loose or something, come out of 4 and checked up, and it just caught William Kirk completely off guard.
And here comes David Howard Jr. for the lead to pass
Bringing
Daniel
the 16
Smallwood.
with him, yeah.
Yeah, he is. What happened to Smallwood?
Oh, but Kevin Bonner's turning up the heat.
It's like Smallwood just got off the gas, and both these guys are going to get high all of a sudden.
I
Maybe
think
not.
he'll hold off Bonner. That outside line, especially coming through 3 and 4, you can really get a good drive off of there if you're easy on that throttle going, through the middle of the turn.
I'm thinking the way that they ran him down, he might have got loose coming off of 4 like we've seen so many times tonight.
Yeah.
Because Smallwood, it just appeared like he just got off the accelerator, and they just caught him like it was nothing. Well, now it's definitely a 3-car race. They're all on top of each other.
Oh, the 8
Smallwood.
cars. Oh, really loose.
Ugh. That's like the 3rd or 4th time we've seen him dirt tracking around 4 tonight.
Yeah, and every time it seemed like Bonner was on his tail, and Bonner gave him that room. Have you noticed that?
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
absolutely. That was good.
That
And I mean,
Meanwhile-
it's probably more self-preservation on Bonner's part,
Yeah.
too.
Yeah, because he would have got caught up in that for sure.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not taking anything away from Kevin. He's a great guy to drive with. One of those, definitely a polite guy to drive around, very considerate. But, yeah, he probably was thinking, well, I could get into him and take us both out, or I could just lift and let him gather it back up.
Yep. Well, that let Timothy Lewis catch right up to him, so now we got a 4-car battle. Timothy Lewis 1 second from the leader.
Let the 7 get away, too.
I think Smallwood just needs to take a couple of deep breaths and calm down and don't let that little almost spin get to him. Like, I think that's what you said earlier, was it got to Lehman that he got loose like that, and that'll rattle your cage for sure, especially in Charlotte where you're going pretty quick there, and to get loose like that will definitely wake you up.
Well, Kyle comes in chat here, and he says, Kyle Akey just did what he does best. Crash. Kyle Akey. That's Rush's last name. That's Rush's son. Kyle
That's a shame.
Akey.
07 was having a good run tonight. It's a shame that it ended like that.
Yeah, really. After he led 8 laps tonight, which was really good.
Is he really Rush's son?
No, we teased
Oh,
him
okay. I
about
didn't know, man. I mean, you never know these days.
it. Well, Smallwood's got it back together, and I think maybe Bonner might have maybe used up his tires a little bit there trying to get around Smallwood.
Yeah, but I noticed that Daniel's still fighting with loose conditions, especially in the middle of the turns. It looks like, I don't know if he's getting off the gas too much and then letting that back end gather up behind him like that, but probably need to keep an eye on that.
Robert O'Neill still in 5th, William Kirk in 6th, and Brian Phillips 7th. Rush working his way up through the field is up to 12th place now, as he gets by quite a few drivers that are out.
And he's only 80 laps down, so he's still got a shot.
Well, Rush is doing what he does best right now, and that's getting his car back out there and picking off positions for the points.
Exactly.
That's what he does best.
And that's what matters is
Yep,
points,
yep. Yeah, don't give up.
I've got a hypothetical for you. What if, by some unfortunate, horrible thing, all these guys did wreck out, and that left Rush, the only car on track, but he's so many laps down right now, he'll never get those laps back. How would that work?
These guys completed more laps.
He wouldn't win the race.
Yeah, he could never pass them because they've still completed more laps than him.
Yeah, Sean.
Okay.
Sean goes, come on, Cletus. Come on,
Oh,
Cletus.
wow, there goes Lewis around Bonner for third.
Yes, sir.
Nice clean pass, too. I don't know if maybe Bonner just gave it to him because he saw that Lewis was a little bit quicker than he was.
I'll tell you
And those
what.
two guys have fallen way off from the two front guys.
And I think Smallwood's catching Howard. I really do. And it looks like Howard might have gotten in a wall somewhere along the way because he's got some right front damage that I didn't notice earlier.
Yeah, Smallwood's closing up big time on him now. Look at this. Wow.
Like I said, I think once Daniel gets his head back on and gets calmed down and, not quite so shaken up from that near spin or 2 near spins he had, he's back to catching consistency. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah. I mean,
He's had more than 2.
He's closed right up. He's 3/10 off the bumper of David Howard Jr. now.
Smallwood's been dirt tracking it all night.
Hey,
Well, what kind of
Hopefully
pedal
that don't
setting
catch
is
up to him.
Dr. Koalas. How you doing, buddy? Well, Smallwood on the tail of Howard Jr. Robert O'Neill back here in 5th. William Kirk 6th. And Brian Phillips is up to 7th now.
Yeah, good points night for him.
Yes, sir. Rush continuing to pick off more positions up to 12th place. So good deal. Keeps clicking them off here.
Smallwood is all over the number 7, just waiting for a mistake, Rudy.
Yes, sir. That's what it's going to take. Mr. Smallwood in chat says, get her done, son. Rooting him on.
Hey, he's definitely in prime position right now.
I think it's so cool that mom and dad are in chat rooting their son on. That is awesome. Well, folks, I apologize if there is some problem, with the broadcast, if it's a little jerky. We were trying some new settings tonight, and I'm just not happy with them. I want to go back and watch the broadcast afterwards and see what it looks like, but there was a few places in here. I don't know what happened. I'm not real happy with it.
Like I said earlier, I was watching, granted it was on my iPhone 5, but it was beautiful. It was smooth and real good. I don't, now I'm back home on my computer, and it's always been choppy on my computer.
Well, I know it always looks good on my phone too, but because you're just looking at it in a small picture, you don't notice all the imperfections that small.
Nope. Phones are tricky.
I watch it in 1080p, but on my phone. But hell, it's a world of difference between that and on a great big screen.
Now, when I go back and watch it after the race is over, and I'm not running the actual game at the same time, it looks fine. I think on my end, the choppiness is because I'm running the game on my big monitor.
Right. Yep. Brian Phillips all over the tail of William Kirk, and that could be for 6th place if Brian Phillips pushes it to get by William Kirk. And the thing they got to think about is they're going to have to pit one more time. Yes, sir.
So Bonner's coming in also.
William Kirk on pit road.
When will the leader pit? And will Smallwood pit with him, or will he stay out? Bobby O'Neill's coming in.
Kirk comes down on pit road, stops. And fuel only, and he's out of there. No tires for William.
Really?
Kirk. Yes, sir.
Wow.
Can't say I blame the captain.
I don't
He
know,
really
man.
ain't got nothing to lose.
Yeah, but with that damage, you want all the grip you can get. You know what I'm saying?
Here comes Daniel Smallwood. Yeah, but he can't be on pit road too long. These guys, I don't think, are going to take tires either. I'll be shocked if Smallwood takes tires. He might take right sides.
Well, they last pitted on what, lap 75, 76, somewhere around there?
Somewhere around in there, yeah.
To be honest, I can't remember.
The,
Smallwood a little slow getting his box, but he got in there.
Right
Right sides are on. And he takes
He's
4.
taking 4. Wow.
All right. Well, comes out 4th. But Howard Jr. coming out of the turn here. I'm not sure. I think. Now he puts Daniel 1 lap down. So. But David Howard Jr. out ahead of Timothy Lewis by 4 seconds.
Kirk's going to gain a lot of time on these guys. If Howard comes down and takes 4 as well.
Somebody just smoked to come into the pits. Who was that?
Kevin Bonner.
Yeah, I think so.
Kevin Bonner's just now coming off pit road.
I don't know who it was.
David Howard, meanwhile, is still out and not pitting yet. He is your leader. How many laps has he led, Rudy?
29 right now as he crosses the line.
Question is, when will the 7 pit? And how many tires will he take? That's the big question.
And he's going to have to pit.
I'm banking he only takes 2. I was wrong on Smallwood, but I'm thinking he only takes 2.
I think if I was David Howard Jr., that's what I would do. I would take 2. Him and Timothy Lewis.
And he even might pull a Kirk and not take any.
Brian.
I was just thinking, you know, Howard Jr.'s car is in really good shape as far as the nose and the front end aerodynamics go. So he could probably get away with taking no tires because we didn't see a whole lot of fall off with the tires that first long run.
And he's going to have to take less fuel because he's running the tank dry. And that's less time sitting on pit road.
Yeah, exactly. He could probably take, what, 2.5 gallons maybe?
Well, it depends. He might have to take a little more than that. Depends on how much he's got left here in the tank and how many more laps he runs. But it seems like he's trying to run it dry.
That's what I'm thinking. We got, what, 20 laps left? 19 laps left, something like that?
Yeah.
20 to go.
Kevin Bonner in 7th.
And no sign of the 7 coming down pit road yet.
Kyle Streichard's back out on the track in 8th. And Rush has caught up, has picked up to 11th place now. Wow. Look at that, guys. He was like 17th or 16th or something. And he
Good job, Rush.
Man, that's the way you do it right there. That's how you pick up them points.
Determination there, buddy.
I mean, he lost points in you know, the incidents that he, you know, got tonight. So you got to make them up somehow. So the best way to do it is get back out on that track and try to make up as much as you lost, you know.
And I'll tell you what, that move by Kirk put him ahead of O'Neill and the 16. So it was a good move by William Kirk.
Now if he can just stay out there long enough to, you know, maintain that position and those guys don't reel him in and go by him again. But,
I can't help but wonder if Howard Jr. is trying to milk this thing to the end, man.
Something just happened
way
at
off
16.
Caution's out.
There's a caution.
And that's going to change it all, boys, because a lot of guys just got caught a lap down.
Kevin Bonner hard into the inside wall. Looks like just a self-spin there, guys.
And David Howard is smiling from ear to ear.
Yes, he is.
Oh, yeah.
Did he get the apron? I think the 16 got down on the apron, huh?
No. No, he just self-spun right coming out of turn 2 in front of Kyle Streichard.
Oh, that's what it was. He overcorrected trying to get around that car right there.
Looks like a moving campfire now.
Yeah, he does.
Well, let's see.
I bet Kyle's awake. That was right in front of him.
That's Lewis.
That was a
Hey,
hard lick, too, man.
Scuba
Wow.
Steve. Good to see you back, brother.
Good to see you made it home safely, Steve.
Yes.
So Smallwood's the first car lap down. He'll get the lucky dog.
Yep.
And I tell you what, folks.
And those other guys will stay out, so they'll get the pass.
And he'll even get the
Stay
wave
out.
around. So he'll, because, no, wait, I think he won't get the wave around, will he? Yeah, he will. Oh,
And
Bonner's being told to park
told to park it.
Yep. Probably for his outburst on the radio there, unfortunately.
Yep.
So who's the lucky dog go to since Smallwood?
He's Smallwood.
Okay, so I guess the rest of the guys will just take the wave around.
Because they'll still be a lap down when the leader, or they'll be right in front of the leader when the leader comes out. So basically,
Yeah.
the very tail end of the lead lap, but still behind the pace car. Howard gets off first, so he will relinquish the lead.
Scuba Steve, if you're on there, do you see the jerkiness in the broadcast? Because I do. In places, I can see it. Yeah, so William Kirk get the wave by because they're ahead of the leaders. Robert O'Neill is head of the leader. Yeah. David Howard
Yep.
Jr. Yep. So they will get the automatic wave by.
Brush will get one of his 80 laps back. He's 79 down now if you're counting at home.
Thing of it is
And we know some of you are.
they're not going to get the pit, and they're going to need fuel. I don't know how they're going to do this.
If we had more than 6 cars in the race, I'd say, you know, we could get a quick caution, but I don't know. It's,
They're looking for a fuel truck. Actually, thinking about it, Rudy, all those guys that are going to get the wave by here, they all already are pitted, so they'll be good on fuel.
Oh, yeah, okay. Timothy Lewis will be starting second. Brian Phillips third. Daniel Smallwood fourth as he comes around. William Kirk fifth, back on the lead lap after he gets way by. Robert O'Neill back on the lead lap in sixth. Kevin Bonner out of the race. Kyle Streichhar's in eighth. Really didn't
Back on the track.
Really didn't hurt Kevin any, you know, other than that he can maybe have picked up another position or two, but not going to really hurt him. He's not going to get passed up for any positions. Kyle's not. He don't have enough to get by Kevin Bonner. He's not enough laps left.
nah.
Rush, he gets the way by here. Put him 79 laps down, I think, or 80, one of the two.
So can David Howard Jr. finish tonight here in the Christopher Perriman Memorial Race?
Well, I'm sure he'll finish. Now, where he'll finish might be a different story. It's going to be interesting. We got him, Lewis, and Smallwood are all up there in fairly good shape. I think Smallwood's car probably has the least amount of damage.
Well, lights are out, and we're about to find out. As the field all catches up, the captain caught up here. Some of these other guys lagging back.
I think the concern for the 8 car is going to be that 4 car in front of him has got a substantial amount of right front damage.
And that 4 car is going to try to win it too. Here we
Start
go.
run. And green.
Green flag's out, and the 7's on him.
Yes, he did.
39 almost ran him over, but he gathered it up, and that's going to cost Smallwood.
Yep, absolutely. It's going to let the 9 car by him. Still got plenty of time, though. We got 11 laps left. Just calm down and gather himself back up. He'll brought as I say that, he goes on the outside to get back into third place.
And Brian Phillips moves into fourth.
Looks like he's going to try and make quick work of the 4 car, Timothy Lewis.
What a run tonight by the 39 of Brian Phillips.
Absolutely a great run for him tonight. And there goes Smallwood into second. Oh, he's going to wash up a little bit there.
Had to get out of it. Lewis is going to clear him on the high side. Smallwood's not giving up.
In the meantime, Howard Jr. is watching this all in his mirror going, that's it, boys, keep fighting.
That's what he wants to see. It's allowing the captain to get back in the fight.
Yep. I think Smallwood will probably clear Lewis going into 1 and 2 here.
David Howard Jr. has got 10 laps to go. Can he close tonight here at Charlotte?
Nope. Lewis fights back on the outside with a good power move going down the backstretch.
These guys are having a ball out here right now, I'm telling you. Those two battling like that.
Oh, Lewis just got it in the wall there coming out of 4. That's going to give Smallwood second place. Probably move Kirk up to third place.
Yep.
He's way up high in the groove, too. Yep.
Going to freight train him, it looks like. Nope, he holds off the 39. Side by
That
side
gives Smallwood a straight shot to the leader now. And he's right up on the 7th bumper. This is going to be really good, guys.
And Lewis goes rocketing around the captain on the outside as Kirk almost loses it again.
8 laps to go.
And we got one heck of a fight for the lead.
And Howard taking a higher
he got the apron. He got the apron. He managed to hold on to it, but that put the 4 car right up on his bumper. So now it's going to be a fight for second.
Timothy Lewis underneath Smallwood.
Oh,
yeah.
No.
Oh, that's going to bring the caution out, and Smallwood didn't hit a thing.
That's awesome.
That's good news
driving.
for Smallwood.
Man, we got to go back and watch that. That was wild.
And now we're going to go green-white checkered, I do believe. By the time they get the pacing laps done and go back to green, it'll be a green-white checkered. That's going to be crazy.
I think we might get 3 laps, actually.
Oh, Timothy did come up into Smallwood. Oh, man.
Yeah, I think he just drove in there way too hard in 3.
He did.
Just hard racing.
Smallwood keeps it off of the wall. Good news for Daniel. Man, a chance to get a victory here tonight, I think just went out the window for Daniel, but man, what a save.
Yeah,
That ain't over
that's a
yet,
shame,
Rudy.
too. I don't know, man. It's not going to be a whole lot of time left, and Howard Jr.'s got a strong car.
Yeah.
You got guys pitting. Kirk and O'Neill just pitted. Wow.
Well, it wouldn't be a bad idea. If I was Smallwood, I would too.
And he is.
Yeah,
He's
he
now
followed
forward
now.
now.
Heck yeah, that's a smart thing to do right there. The leader staying out to protect that track position, and these guys all coming in getting fresh rubber. Heck yeah,
Exactly.
man.
And they've only got
Second,
6 cars in
third
lead
stayed
lap,
out.
so I mean he'll still be right there within shot of the leader too. And like I said earlier, Smallwood's car is undamaged. I mean he's got no damage on that vehicle,
Yeah.
and that's really important to have all the fenders good and straight. I mean people say well it's just a mile and a half track, but aerodynamics do matter here at Charlotte because you got some high speeds, and we've been seeing it with Kirk all night long. As soon as he can draft up to people, he can get right up on their tail end, but as soon as he tries to pass, or he gets out in that clean air, he slows down because of that damage on his nose.
Yeah.
Well, we're about to have ourselves a good old-fashioned shootout, boys.
Yes, sir.
This is going to be entertaining, to say the least. I think if Daniel just takes a deep breath, and gathers himself up, he'll be all right.
Brian Phillips third behind Timothy Lewis, Robert O'Neill fourth, William Kirk fifth, Daniel Smallwood sixth, Kevin Bonner out in seventh, Kyle Streichard eighth, James Lehman out, Brian Wertman out, and Rush up to 11th.
Staying with it.
I gotta laugh, man. This is funny. I can't believe he just picked up that many positions by getting back out there. He sat on pit road for, what was it, 22 minutes or some?
30 minutes, 30 plus.
It was astronomical.
Yeah.
And got that damage, or what damage he could get fixed up. Pretty
Well,
cool.
this time by the lights will be out, boys, so it's going to be a 3-lap shootout.
You know, it's a shame that I didn't make it in time, man. I had a special paint job for you tonight, Rudy, and a decal that I made up for Chris Perryman that was on my car. But unfortunately, I didn't show up in time to get that on the track and show you guys.
Well,
There's always
it's been
next week.
interesting. Let me see how many cautions we've had. This is caution number 6. I'm telling you what, great race. Got 4 laps to go. They're going to have a 3-lap shootout, folks. Wow. This is going to be wild.
A high and severe pucker factor, as we should say in the military.
Oh, yeah. Definitely. And you got the guys in the back that have the fresh tires. Ooh. They're going to be doing what they can to try to get by these guys cleanly.
So everybody behind the 7 pitted, correct?
Let's see. Robert O'Neill pitted. William Kirk. Daniel Smallwood pitted. Yep. Brian Workman back out on the track. Whoa. Whoa. James Lehman back out on the track. What? Drew Pfaffman back out on the track. These guys all back out on the track.
Are they giving away free prizes after the race or something?
Well,
I don't know. Maybe it's a free hot dog.
Ed and I
here
never
we go.
did. Ed and I never did pick any numbers, so
Pace cars in, boys. Waiting on that flag, man. 3-lap shootout here at Charlotte.
I guess
Green flag's out.
next week we'll
7 was late to go.
I guess next week we'll have to give away 4 prizes. Because Ed and I never picked any numbers this week.
David Howard Jr. takes the lead, Rudy.
Yeah, he's gonna go ahead and stretch that out because he's got, I wouldn't say the slower cars, but the 4 and the 39 just haven't been up to par with the rest of these guys tonight.
And don't look now, but here comes Robert O'Neill moving into 3rd.
Yes, sir.
Well, yeah,
Smallwood's
that's
pushing
Small
him
was
at 4th.
pushing him, yeah.
Smallwood is not out of this yet. He's moving into 3rd. No, O'Neill says nope, slam the door.
Oh, this is
O'Neill
gonna
looking
get ugly.
for 2nd.
This is gonna get ugly.
Meanwhile, David Howard Jr. just trying to sail away right now.
Oh, Small was gonna make it 3 wide going into 3.
Yeah, he is.
He's got those fresh tires though. It'll stick. And here comes Lewis for the lead. Oh
He's
boy.
trying. 1 to go. What will happen on this final lap here at Charlotte? Coming out of 2, Howard's your leader. Lewis runs 2nd, O'Neill 3rd, Smallwood 4th. The captain is 5th, Phillips 6th. And David Howard Jr. is going to lead him to the flag, and he's going to win at Charlotte.
Oh wow. Smallwood nailed the wall coming out of 4 and put Kirk all the way down the grass.
What a race, boys.
That was an amazing race. That was an awesome finish. Good for David Howard Jr.
Yes, sir. Congratulations to the number 7.
All right. Start dragging them down here, guys. I'll get David if you guys want to drag the other 2 down here. David Howard Jr., you got a copy.
Yeah, 10-4, Rudy, I got you.
Wow, man, what a finish, David. You bring it into victory lane tonight. Congrats.
Hey, thanks a lot, Rudy. It's a good win, but a somber week for us. You know, we lost Christopher Perriman. I'm not going to do a burnout here because I don't think I should be excited about this win with what his family's going through. So just want to say we're thinking about those guys and thinking about the Burns family as well. But yeah, it's a pretty awesome race there.
Yeah, well, it's good to see you in victory lane again, David. Boy, the car looked sharp out there tonight. You didn't pit on that last pit, and the guys behind you did. So, man, I'll tell you what, was you a little bit nervous about that 3-lap shootout?
Yeah, I was pretty nervous, to be honest with you. I knew them guys behind me, they were going to be fast, and man, everybody drove me respectful, though. Got to say a big shout out to my teammate Timothy Lewis there. He probably could have made a big move, and it'd have probably wrecked us because I wasn't going to let him take it away from me.
Well, great race out there. I know we had a few cautions at the beginning of the race there, but 6 cautions throughout the whole race, 150 laps, pretty good race. A lot of guys getting damaged, couldn't finish the race. Some stuck with it and got damage fixed up. In there for a long time in pit road, and but you bring it home to victory lane tonight. Anybody you want to thank?
Yes, sir, Rudy. Starts off with you guys, man. Rudy, Ed, Tommy Lee, all you guys do behind the scenes, man. Make this thing go round. That's you guys put in a lot of hard work. So thank you guys, number one. Second, got to thank my wife, my kid. They watch me religiously. Jennifer, Jada, my buddy Marvin, my buddy Andy, my mom. Anybody else, I'm sorry if I forget you, man. My teammate Timothy Lewis. Anybody else, I'll get you next time.
All right, well, great win tonight. Good to see you in victory lane again, like I said, David, but just a very, very interesting race. At the beginning of the race when James Lehman, he just pulled out to an extraordinary lead. We thought, oh boy, this race is in the hand, easily. And, he kind of stepped on it there and hit the grass, and we he didn't finish the race, but put you and a lot of them other guys up in the front like that. It's good to see Timothy and Robert O'Neill, William Kirk run real well. Daniel Smallwood put a lot of pressure on you there for quite a while, but we've seen him with a lot of loose conditions tonight, especially coming out of turn 4, I think it was. We've seen him get loose quite a few times. But good job out there tonight, David, and congrats.
Thanks a lot, Rudy. Thanks for all you guys do.
All right, Scott, you got second place here?
Sure, I can take over and do that. Timothy Lewis, number 4. You got a copy?
Yeah, Scott, I got you.
Hey, Tim, came home second tonight. Had a chance there at the end, racing David there for the win, but decided, probably better not to wreck the two of you. And you guys come home 1 and 2. You guys are teammates. Tell us how you feel about that, buddy.
Oh, it was great. I couldn't have passed him, but I probably could have got up there and wrecked him. First thing I want to say is I apologize to Daniel Smallwood. I don't even know if it came up with a contact, but I know that I turned him there at the end. It's the end, hard racing, and I tried to get back off of him, was hoping he'd save it, but he didn't. That's so slick there in turn 3 and 4. So I hate that, but really proud of David, proud of me too for the run we had there. There's no way could I took a chance on wrecking David there after he pushed me to the Talladega win. So I raced him hard, but I didn't want to take a chance of wrecking him.
Well, that's being a good teammate. You had quite the night, man. You fell a lap down early, and you battled back and got back on the lead lap to get back up there and finish second. So that's a hell of a job by you, Tim. You got anybody you want to thank tonight, buddy?
Yeah, I just thank you and Rudy and Ed and Tommy Lee for doing all this. You guys put up with a lot, and we're all grown men act like babies all the time, so it's kind of hard to put up with us sometime. I appreciate that. I actually, at the beginning of the race, I had a local radio station here kind of interviewing me and watching me, and they had 3 people behind me talking in my ear, and I was very distracted. I was sure glad that when they left, but I'm going to go live on the radio Saturday morning. This guy's got a little talk show that we do, so he's going to interview me there and talk about what we do here.
Very cool. Make sure you get the MaxSpeedTV out there.
Oh, yeah.
Well, good job tonight, Timothy, and we'll see you again next week, I'm sure.
All right, thanks.
All right, buddy. Ready?
All right, John, you got Robert O'Neill.
Yeah, Tim 4. How you doing there, Robert? You got your ears on?
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
Well, buddy, you survived a wicked one here tonight at Charlotte. Loose conditions, a crazy setup, gremlins everywhere, and you came home in third. Talk to us about your race, bud.
Yeah, man, I had a blast. I mean, it was a tick loose, but I thought it drove pretty good. I just started in the back and just tried to avoid all the early carnage. Felt like I did a good job, and I don't really know if I got contact at all the whole race. You know, it was kind of hairy there at the end. I think I could have pushed it a little harder, but I didn't want to take anybody out. I'm new to this league, so I appreciate you guys letting me come aboard here. You know, last 2 weeks, 2 top 5s, so I'm pretty happy with that.
Yeah, what do these guys know about being loose, huh? I mean, it's a bunch of babies, but anyway. Well, we were watching you, and, you know, I kept bringing up to the guys in the booth that damage plays a part here at Charlotte, believe it or not. And like you said, you brought your car home fairly intact, and that's what matters. Got you a third-place run of it, and, you know, you are new here, and it's awesome to see some new blood come in here and give these boys a run for the money like that. Is there anybody you want to thank for your run tonight?
Yeah, to Rudy and you and Scott and everybody in the booth, and you know, putting this on, and Tommy for all the admin work. And I'd like to thank Kerry Kleber, spotted for me, did a great job over at Maximum Velocity Truck League, and those guys welcome me over there. We have a great time. So just everything y'all do, man, I have fun. Felt like I found a home here.
Well, welcome aboard, Robert, and we look forward to seeing many more great races from you in the future. And you know, hopefully someday I'll keep my mouth shut and get back on the track and maybe give you a run for your money too. Good job tonight, bud. Back to you, Rudy.
Thank you.
All right, guys. Well, let's run down through the results here real quick. David Howard Jr. coming home the winner. Timothy Lewis second. Robert O'Neill third. William Kirk coming in fourth, getting by Daniel there on that last lap. Man, unfortunate for Daniel, but he does finish fifth. Brian Phillips still, I believe, in the running for the wheel. So, man, what can I say? He's just right there each and every week. So, good job, Brian. Kevin
Don't go giving that wheel away just yet, Ed.
Kevin Bonner in seventh. Kyle Streichard with a great finish in eighth place. Brian Wortman ninth. And James Lehman 10th. Scott?
Rush comes home 11th. Jason Allison finishes 12th. Drew finishes 13th. I'm not even going to try with that last name. Robert Riley finishes 14th. Cody Griffin finishes 15th. Chris Fires finishes 16th. Lee Betzall finishes 17th. Lee Ridge 18th. And it shows Tommy Lee 19th, but he wasn't in the race.
Yeah, he just
Rudy?
let him. He just let him around there on that.
He was out there in the 41 of Christopher Perryman and started us off tonight. And that's a great idea that you guys had doing that tonight. And my hat's off to you guys for doing that.
Well,
yeah, that was pretty cool.
Looks like the one that led the most laps tonight was James Lehman, so he'll get the points for leading the most laps. But David Howard Jr. led the last one, the most important one. So congratulations to him.
That's got to be bittersweet for Lehman.
Oh, yeah, definitely. It's a shame that he got out of the race like that, but it happens. You know, that's racing. So, but anyhow, thanks a lot for tuning in tonight, guys. And we will... Mike's stuck there. We will.
Yeah, I was going to ask if I could say something. I'm sorry.
We will tune in tomorrow night for Mach Speed Racing. I believe they're in the Nationwide cars tomorrow night, so not sure what track, but we'll see you tomorrow night. What was you going to say, John?
Well, I was just going to say, you know, it's a tragedy that we lost Chris Perriman the way we did. But anybody that's watching tonight, anybody that maybe tunes in and watches this replay down the road, depression is a monster. I've dealt with it myself. I was in a very similar situation as Chris Perriman last summer myself. Guys, you can't fight depression on your own. If you're going through something like this, for the love of everything, just call somebody and talk to anybody. Talk to a priest, a preacher, a loved one, family member, a friend, but just talk to somebody and talk it out. It's a very difficult thing to go through, and it's a permanent solution to a temporary problem. So, like I said, if you're going through depression, if you're fighting with that, don't fight it alone. Get as much help as you can. It's out there. All you got to do is pick up a phone or knock on a door, man. That's all I want to say.
Yeah, I just wanted to throw out there that we will be having a tribute race to Christopher Perryman this Sunday. Server will go up about 7 o'clock, and we'll probably be live right away because we've got lots to show you. We'll give you numbers to call where you can donate some money to the Christopher Perryman Memorial Fund in Clarksville, Tennessee. It'll be a toll-free number you can call and make a donation. We'll give you all that info here Sunday, so tune in. We're going to have, I'm pretty sure what we've come up with, I think you guys are going to like. I think we're going to be running the trucks at Michigan. Michigan was one of his favorite tracks, and he loved running the trucks. So hopefully you guys all tune in Sunday evening for that. If you got nothing better to do, make sure you're here on MaxSpeedTV. So thanks for tuning in tonight, guys, and keep the Perryman family in your prayers. And thanks for watching tonight, and see you tomorrow.